The tale of Taro and Ailda begins near an idyllic waterfall, wherein a young man is by himself, and he is eagerly picking fruits off of trees. Unbeknownst to him, a woman soon comes up behind him, and is curious as to who he is. When he turns around and spots her, the two of them begin to chat, and after chatting for a while, the young woman realizes that she needs to return home. She returns home, and she doesn't tell anyone about this story because she knows how unusual it is, and if she tells people about it, she'll have to tell more people about her favorite place in the entire world, one of the most beautiful waterfalls she's ever seen. She is the daughter of the village chief, and she knows that she's not supposed to go out exploring by herself. She does it secretly, and she keeps it quiet whenever she does, but because of that, she's been able to see a lot of the world around her, and she's gotten to meet all sorts of new people. She's also gotten to meet some of the people that her father hates, members of a nearby tribe who sometimes attack and harass them without knowing that they are causing so much hatred and frustration because all they want is to be able to get food to eat, and they don't have the skills needed to go and make food themselves. The next time she goes to visit the waterfall, she comes across the same strange young man from before. This time she formally introduces herself. She says that her name is Ailda, and the young man introduces himself. He says that his name is Taro, and the two of them begin a sudden romance. Their feelings suddenly increasing and getting more and more intense every single time they see each other. This continues for over a year before her father finds out, and her father forbids Ailda to go back to the waterfall. Her father tells her that she is to marry someone else, and this causes Ailda to feel heartbreak and agony, and she cries out to the gods themselves for assistance. She begs them for help, and she tells them that she doesn't want to marry someone she doesn't know, someone that she doesn't love. The gods decide to take pity on Ailda, and they tell her to go out to a nearby field. When she does that, they tell her that they will come up with a way for her to not have to do that, so they turn her into a beautiful red flower. Taro goes to the waterfall expecting to see her a couple of days later, and after not seeing her, and after waiting for many hours, he prays to the gods and asks them to tell him where she went. The gods sadly respond to Taro's wish, and they tell him that she has been turned into a beautiful red flower because she was worried about her fate, and she was to marry someone that she didn't know and someone that she didn't love. Taro also cries out in pain, his heart broken at this news, and he asks if there's any way that they can help him find her. So they obey his wishes, and they grant him a new form. They change him from a human into a beautiful bird, a multicolored bird that flies very quickly, and that's wings and songs are incredibly musical. They instruct him to go and search for a red flower. Taro flies away from the waterfall, and he goes out in search of a red flower. Some say that he was never able to find this red flower, and that to this day he continues his search. But when the village people, both the village people of Ailda and Taro's fellow tribespeople, find him, they all fall in love with the music that he makes, not knowing that it was Taro. They see this bird, and they see birds that look like this bird, and they call it a hummingbird. And that is the story, at the very least according to one culture, of how we got the hummingbird.